Uh, Once again, it's on. Woo! This for my late night people. They be like, Sino, you up like it's 3 in the afternoon. These are the Sino hours, people. This is when Sino's awake and y'all are sleeping. See, when y'all sleep, I'm working. When y'all get up to start work, I'm working. When y'all get to work and start really working, I'm sleeping. When y'all get off work, I'm woke. And I'm back working. So I outwork the next man. Oh, peace, brother. Now, Charleston White, you know, he's like the bootleg version of Cat Williams. uh, this guy will just say anything he's hired to say. If somebody pay him some money, that's gonna be his new best friend. He is a friend of the dollar. And that man will say anything that comes to mind. And some of it is entertaining. And some of it is just plain out ridiculous. Like he'll make a good point, right? And ride the good point until it gets to stupidity. And that's where he loses me. So everybody was sending me the clip and asking the question why I didn't make a video about him going at it with the other girl, Tasha K. Like, oh, you ain't make a video about him and Tasha K. Hey man, I'm waiting on that video with about Tasha K. I'm waiting on that, man. You see that when Charleston came, man, he called her that. That don't do nothing for me. Like I barely talk about Tasha K because I really don't deal with Tasha K's her thing. What she do, she got her show. That's great. Let her do her thing. But Charleston White, I rarely talk about him because I rarely deal with the nonsense he does. So I'm very consistent with what I do. A lot of people want to use Charleston White because he brings in a lot of attention and a lot of views for them just by saying his name. They be, oh, Charleston White. So then you got 55,000 Charleston White videos coming out for no reason, knowing they don't even like to do. They just doing it because his name is hot. So I'm just like, that don't mean nothing for me. Now he comes out in the video and he starts saying, if you don't do any community work, you can't even have a conversation with him. You can't say and tell him nothing because he do community work. He does do stuff in the community. I've never taken that away from him. But bruh, that don't work on me. I do community work all the damn time. Like I'm in so many different charity foundations out here actually doing work. Saginaw STEM, doing work. So people just don't see it because they not really attached to it. And they don't understand that work is actually being done, bro. It's actually taking place out here. Now, I would be a fool to be sitting there, going at it with all these different people, going back and forth, just wasting y'all time just for views. That's not the ideal way to go. Rest in peace to Anthony Rumble Johnson. I didn't know he had passed away. Rest in peace to him, and prayers go to his family. HD, I think he was in a car accident. Somebody told me. I saw his video. That's why he didn't do the thing. He's gonna go to the hospital and stuff. Man, but prayers up for them. So it's hard out here in this world, man. People just try to get from A to Z, you know. Charleston White. Well, Charleston White is a different individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says a bunch of ridiculous stuff, masking it around charity work and, community service. Like, if I'm sitting there doing something for the Boys and Girls Club around America, then I'll go in there and start talking about all gangbangers need to die, then I'm a hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite in every aspect of the word. You shouldn't believe a word I just said. If I'm going to do that, I'll lose all credibility. Did you see the Bears play today? That'd be a very key reason why I'm not a Bears fan. Oh no, I have no intentions of dealing with any of that nonsense. Like, I'm not finna go yelling back and forth with Charleston White to try to get some attention, hoping he mentioned my name. No, I don't move like that. My thing was to bring the attention to it so y'all would know I addressed it, so I don't get the email no more or the message in the comment section about it. I'm about doing some, like, Kwame tried to, actually do some charity work with him, but he wasn't interested in that. He wanted to go back and forth and create a beef. He wanted to start something with Angela Stanton. This was his goal. Is to keep some stuff trending. Well, people like division. And you wonder why people like that end up getting 120,000 views or 300, and that get the younger people talking. And then you got management and people behind that. Like, who's managing that? Like, who would monetize that? This dude cursing and using all type of foul language, disrespecting women, and they say, "Oh, that's the new, that's the new wave." Meanwhile, Saginaw STEM is blowing up. We're actually doing things. Progress.
Liquid, but like when you stir it, like you push them together, it starts becoming like hard, like sticky. Yeah. We're trying to make a like old block street in.
See, this is a 4.0 student in science and engineering. These students are learning about electrical circuits. and how to work on conductors and all the different constructs of that, from currents and conductors, and then creating your own thing. Then you got some of these idiots up here calling it a scam. How's it a scam? You know, this. Who's speaking against Kwame Brown? What is you talking about? Look at this. Reached registration. It's closed. Registration was closed and has been closed for that one. Saginaw STEM students and the volunteers all come in and chip in. What's up, X? I see you. Mm-hmm. You see chemistry and nanoscience. Uh, that's what's up. No, I wasn't here, so I didn't get a chance to see it. Chemistry and nanoscience. That just went down on the 12th. Saturday the 12th. Kids got to learn chemistry and nanoscience. See, real progress being made. This is what I'm talking about, Charleston White. So when you say if you don't work in the community, you can't do anything. Bruh, we're getting people ex-con jobs. People that's coming home from jail finding employment. People who trying to find employment, we're finding them employment. As soon as we get jobs listings, we put those on the Patreon so that people can go out and actually have a chance to go out and apply and go for these jobs. We're trying to make it state to state, but everybody can open their own STEM program. You know, they'll show you how to do it if you're interested in really trying to set up a STEM program. Like, they will help you do that. You know, like they'll walk you through the steps on what you got to do it and set it up and help you mobilize your team, because it's going to take a team to do it. And coming up, the Saginaw STEM is actually doing Saginaw STEM Thanksgiving, as they've just partnered with United Way. So United Way and Saginaw STEM is partnered together. So I'm quite sure they're not going to partner with a scam. You see what I'm saying? Things are getting done in the community, brother. Heart of the City Development Center, Jack and Jill of America, Incorporated with the United Way and the Saginaw STEM. You see, the Saginaw STEM is teaching your children so that they can learn trades that's going to be able, they can use those tools to feed their families forever and take care of their families forever. They can apply and get jobs, and then you have steady families. So while Charleston White is going off disrespecting Tasha K, a black woman, calling her a B and a dirty everything from the child of God, y'all can entertain that. I ain't mad at you that you sent it to me. I'm just saying I don't deal with it. His buddy Gummy, that's the guy who basically paid so that he can get him on his show for some hits and views. Now every little thing that come up is gonna be about Charleston White. Because most of these dudes, they so phony, they tell on themselves. They so phony, they tell on themselves. They the main one want to call the Saginaw STEM a scam, but yet it's trademarked and joined by some of the biggest companies in the United States of America. General Motors has partnered with them. You got all these different companies partnering with the Saginaw STEM. They're actually hiring some of these young kids for their programs for the automotive and engineering designs. Of course they do. They want to get into the algorithm to where they can get selected, where they can get chosen, where they can get picked. It's all about hits and views. That's all these people care about. They don't care about the actual content and having stuff set up. This dude had an interview with Charleston White where you couldn't even see Charleston White. You got a microphone in front of his face the whole interview. The audio sound like it's like ridiculous. But he had Charleston White on there. That's all that mattered. Right? I'll be damned if I interview somebody just because of their name. And we gotta have something to talk about. If we don't have nothing to talk about, why me and you are involved in a conversation? And we got absolutely nothing to talk about. When you interview somebody, you should be able to have a conversation. Hmm. I was very disappointed in the way Charleston White handled the Kwame Brown situation. I was disappointed in him because that was a chance where they could have linked up and actually went from city to city and did something positive. Because Charleston White does say some rightful things. Like you like, okay, well that's a good point. You know, I agree with him on this and I agree with him on that. But it's like somebody who say something about you or they say something just to get you on the hook. And once you on the hook, then they start going into what their real agenda is. And they start revealing themselves to you. So the more they talk, the more that comes to the forefront. No, they're not in the same state. Now, when they did the StreamYard, Kwame had him on the show, and I didn't call in. I was at this girl's house, so I was watching it, but I couldn't get on there. On the ride back, I had to address dude who was talking crazy, Hassan, who jumped on there just so he could have that moment with Charleston White. You know, all these dudes is fools. Academics, whack. This is why I cut them all off. Dog, I had whack number. I called whack. I never had to call whack before. Y'all thought I was lying. I called up whack, and it was like, man, how you got whack number like that? Because I been had it. But I ain't had no reason to call dude. So if I ain't had no reason to call him, there was no need to talk to him. But when he came out doing all this craziness, and I'm like, dude, what is you doing? Like, isn't it weird that all the so-called street hardcore gangsters, they out here acting like dudes from YouTube and the internet? When does that become the game? When did that become hip? It's supposed to be a street code. They out here talking. Yo, so when Ray had the gun, and then he passed it over to Timmy, I said, Timmy, now don't just smack it with him. Don't shoot him, but you know Timmy, he got that temper. I'll be like, what's wrong? What happened? These supposed to be the OGs. All the OGs are talking. They were never cool, bro. No, I didn't because I haven't been following the takeoff situation, man. I'm not trying to, you know me, man. I don't like to follow that. You know what I'm saying? That's just somebody lost their life, just like the PNB situation. I don't be following that, B. You know, I like to move forward, and everybody here is just like somebody's coming to get somebody. You know, and it's like, let it play out the way it's gonna play out. Everybody else is trying to play internet courtroom gangster, and it's just sick. It's all sick. All for hits and views, man. I'm like, you want to be famous that bad? You need hits and views that bad? When the police make their announcement on what happened, then that'll be that. But see, I'm the internet guy. Why am I following more street rules than the gangsters in the street that's on the internet? Why the gangsters on the internet doing all this damn talking? But I'm the internet guy. The internet guy got more decorum than the dudes from the streets. Why is that? We doing pretty good, man. My cousin is recovering. You know, he's doing well in his recovery from the information I got last. My message to Charleston White: grow up, man. Damn. If you do community work, how is that helping the community? How is that helping the community when you sitting there actually talking about helping young boys and girls, but gangbangers gotta die? If he's a gangbanger, then he should die. That's moronic. But then it's clickbaitish. So I try not to even get into that, because I already know that's a bad road to go down. You feel me? That's a bad road to go down. They don't want anything to do with being the answer or solution to something. Everybody wants to be a problem. They get off on it. Well, I'm not sitting on my couch now. So what's your excuse now? On what's the real problem in America? Charleston White is focused on the negativity and try to hook the youth by just talking reckless about other people's children, talking about hurting other people and what you would do to them and how you would take their life. That's hypocritical if you're doing charity work for the community. So you're not helping the situation. You're just using that as a crutch to say, hey, look what I did. That's like somebody donating some money. Like, look, I donated some money to the Boys and Girls Club so I can say and do whatever the hell I want to do now, because I donated some money so I can say that and anybody say something to me. That makes you a hypocrite. That makes you worse than the people People that's actually out here doing bad. You're leading our culture the wrong way. And because now you're trending in the algorithm and you just a hired gun, people want to hire you or pay you some money so you can get their numbers up. It's ridiculous. I don't want a part of it, so I will never be paying for a Charleston White interview. If I made it this far without Charleston White, I think I could be all right. But you got to grow up, brother. You do. You got a lot of maturing that you need to have going on with you, man. I don't know what made Tasha K come after you and call you a plant, an industry plant or whatever. I don't know who hired you or what your purpose is. Somebody said you snitch and all that stuff. Look, I don't know. You know, I don't know your situation. All I know is that the people that my video, this video here, is for the people that kept asking me about it and wondering why I haven't spoken on Tasha K. And I'm like, I rarely ever speak on Tasha K. When she was going at it with Cardi B, only because it became a legal situation did I even speak on it. Other than that, I had no interest because normally the stuff she talk about, I don't really get involved in. So she had Kwame Brown out there on her show, on her platform, and they did an interview together where she wanted to interview, you know, Kwame Brown, get him on the show. Fine, that don't concern me. That's their business. I just said, hey man, you know, good luck on the show. You know, watch yourself. When the thing went down with Kwame and Charleston White, I talked to Kwame on the phone and he was like, can you believe what Charleston White is doing right now? He was like, man, this dude just had a conversation and he came out and did this. I'm familiar with it because it happened to me. Just not with Charleston. That happened with Choke No Joke. We ain't have a phone conversation, but we was talking in the DM on Instagram. And I'm like, dog, I'm not hating on you. Like, what is this about? But he was another person that was like that. He's another person that's a hired gun. If you got money, fame, or whatever, he'll be whatever you about. He gonna champion whatever you going for. So if somebody who do business with him don't like me, then he ain't gonna like me. Even if I ain't did nothing to him and gave him nothing but respect, because now his money is aligned over here. Oh, dude, help me get some bread, so I gotta be mad at you now because he mad at you. And that's how it was with him. It was like, me and you had a conversation, we had worked there, like we was all good. Then you went right on IG Live as soon as it was over and just started talking all bad about me. And I'm like we just didn't talk 5 minutes prior on IG. I didn't even hit him up on IG and say, why you do that? There's no need to talk. At that point, we past talking. I know everything I need to know. So there's no need to talk at that point. And they're not even famous. What they think is fame is like hood fame. Charleston White can't go walking around outside in the hood. He doing dangerous things, and he's enticing people from the streets to try to take his life. How is that helping the community? You see how it's hypocritical? You see how stupid it is? That's dumb. I just don't know when it's become okay and cool to be stupid. We made being stupid fashionable. And I'm saying in America. Because education has always been our strong suit. That's how we survive for centuries. Our intelligence, our natural instincts. That's why we created, and the majority of everything that we do right now, this traffic light was created by us. Spark plugs that's in this car working right now, created by us. We have a whole list of inventions that we created. Tons of inventions that was stolen from us. Shouts out to Lil Floyd and his victory. 4th round knockout. That's what's up. Right, people want to see better for us. You know what? I don't even have to do charity work. I don't have to waste my time doing anything. I don't. If I didn't want to have something to give back to, I think it's just reckless. Because I wished I had a lot of these things that a lot of people had. But we had it way better than the kids got today. And they got all this technology and everything. We used to go outside. We used to knock on people's doors, ask them if they want to come out and play football. We was outside all day. We was actually getting things done. That's how we got along. That's how we did things and got work accomplished. We actually went outside and did stuff. We used to go to the mall. We used to do all kind of things. We didn't just sit in the house. And we did have video games. We still got out and played sports. We didn't just play games all day. But now you got TVs on your phone. So you're just too busy watching your TV on your phone, your watch, and everything. You got so many things to keep you distracted. You don't feel like doing nothing. So today, the children got it a lot worse, and they don't learn anything. There's trillions of dollars a day being traded and earned on the internet. And nobody's trying to learn how to do anything progressive. On the Patreon, this month, we're going to be showing people how to start their own bank. We're going to be showing people how to start their own banks and run a bank. Right, we just don't do gossip stuff. We actually got real information to help people. I remember that girl, Ramona. She came and she was like, she was in the chat, and she was like, why we can't get any loans from the bank? And I said, well, you can't get any loans from the bank based on criteria. Now, if you're trying to get home loans or auto loans, the banks, they look very forward to people doing that because debt is going to actually help out the bank, because people are going to be making payments on debt. So that's where your money comes in. You get your percentage off of those things. So when you're getting paid off debt, that's actually better for you. So she was like, well, you know, how do you, like, we can't get a bank. I think we was on Kwame Brown platform. And I was like, man, you can get a bank. You can get a bank online. Get it all started and everything. And you can actually get a physical location and everything for your bank. All of this is achievable. So I was surprised that people didn't really understand the information. The only reason I don't have a bank is because I don't have a team. Had I had a team that I could trust, because to run a bank, you're going to need a team. You're going to need at least 5 people. At least 5. You got to have a lawyer, someone who has banking experience, someone who's probably worked in a bank or deal with contracts. You got to have a team. You can't just get Joe Blow and Smo and say, yo, Uncle Red, Red gonna handle the books. Red gonna count the money. It don't work that way. So when we get on the Patreon, we'll go through that. Oh no, my bank was gonna be called KDM. The KDM Bank, baby. I'm telling you, we had everything ready to go for a bank. I don't have the people that's trustworthy in that field, so I don't have time. But yeah, opening our own bank is definitely something you can do. But you gotta have the right team. See, I don't just jump into something, but some other people might be in a better position. Like, they might be set to go where I am not. Kanye too stupid to be listening. I mean, even if he was listening, Kanye's not. That's something that don't draw attention for Kanye. Kanye is an attention whore. Like, he needs something that's gonna make a splash. But why isn't Charleston White talking about stuff like that? Why don't all these clowns, academics, DJ Black, why aren't they doing something on the side for the communities? Charleston White is the only one that really does charitable work. That's it. Charleston White, that is it. Cut and dried. He's the one that I know that actually does something in the community. But when you're doing something in the community just to say you're doing something in the community, and you're not really doing anything in the damn community, or it's not really making a dent, you're just doing it so you can go out and contradict everything that you're out there doing. Me, I live it 24 hours a day. I don't do that, then come on here and just start going crazy and reckless, and I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna shoot them, I'm gonna shoot everybody, and all that craziness. That's just foolery. And that's not what YouTube is supposed to even be about. All of the things that YouTube said that it's about, they continuously show you another side. It's like at each and every turn. What's up, Clarence? Well, you could join the Patreon. Just go get the Patreon app. Go to Casino for Life and subscribe. And we're going to be on there talking about opening, what it takes to get a bank, the requirements, everything. You're gonna know it all. And you can start one online, and naturally, to open a bank, you got to get approved by the FDIC. But you don't have to if you partner with another bank. You can actually run the bank and have you an online bank. You ever heard of Chime and all these other ones? That's an online bank. How you think Chime came into play? We'll talk about all that on the Patreon. But yeah, when you get that, then you can start giving out loans. There's people that's actually doing this. There's some brothers and sisters that's out here actually getting it done. I tried to bring awareness to all of these things on the Patreon so that you guys can understand that our Patreon is going to be dedicated to a lot of different things. Yeah, we're going to talk about topics that they don't talk about and give you information about things that they keep in the dark. But you also going to have some knowledge. don't know about Dr. Umar Johnson except for he's a guy that's cool with Charlemagne. That's all I know. And, he said some things that are absolutely correct and some things that he said that wasn't correct. And all this building and all this stuff. I don't know what happened to the money there and what happened with the whole thing. People call that a scam. And I don't know what, I stayed out of that circus. Like, you don't never see me do videos on here. I could tell a fraud a mile away. Like Boyce Watkins and all that, we fraud from the jump. I knew he was a blind snapping turtle, just in there trying to. They play those strings of I'm just trying to help the people and all this stuff. And all this person did was find a way to manipulate. Like, he said a lot of things that made sense. It's like, oh, okay. That's just to lure you into the honey trap. Then here come the nonsense. And here come this school of business that you can't use that degree to do anything for you. Yeah, come to the black university. Okay, graduate from my school and be like, okay, you can't get a job out that. It's like, man, I'm telling you, man, we could do so much more if we stop trying to hustle each other. Everybody keep trying to hustle don't mean just scam somebody. That ain't a hustle. Scamming ain't a hustle. Hustle means working hard. No, all he does was getting paid to sell the Chinaman's information. And I knew right then and there all I need to know about Boyce Watkins. And I was not dealing with him. And that's why everybody he have in his crew, they're going to end up fighting. They're going to end up splitting up. Now, I haven't had that problem. And mainly the reason why I haven't had this problem is because I don't deal with nonsense. I don't deal with nonsense people. Like, of course, when I was popping and doing my hip-hop stuff, I had a lot of people trying to do videos with me or want me on their page to try to blow them up. I never charged anybody for anything. And these other people tried to pay me. Look, what's your asking fee? And I'm like, man, look, I'm not even finna do that. Keep your money. It's not worth it to interview me. It's not gonna probably get you any hits. I'm not a celebrity like that. Girls are talking about sleeping with me just to try to get me on their page and all this stuff to try to use me to get popular. It's crazy. The illusion of fame. That illusion is what the dream. That's what motivates these people, man. It's sick. It's real sick. I got the live stream somewhere, and I had to bust her out and play the message she left on my live. She deleted the message, but I already got it it's on my live stream now. And you get to hear her thirsty self offering herself, coming to the city to see me to offer up herself. Wow. well, you got to look out for people, man. You know, I try to just stay in my lane, you know, not get into any waves. Yeah, back in the days on YouTube, man, I used to chop somebody's head off for disrespect. But now it's like, do you really even want to deal with that? It's almost like, man, just let it go. Because it ain't even working. At the end of the day, it's not. At the end of the day, as Charleston White said, anything in a video that's stuck. No. It's all rhetoric about somebody else. That's it. Nothing real, no real information come from it. It's just him going crazy on somebody. Yeah, and your mama a slut, and your dad has ran out on your mama because he found a better woman down the street. And yeah. I'd be like, oh my God, man. This dude seemed like he was on the short bus. I'm not for anybody antagonizing for somebody to come do some harm to them. Why you want somebody to come do something to you and ruin their life and they gotta go to jail? You ain't here no more. They gotta go to jail, or somebody else get hurt, or your security guard take their life. Why antagonize that? How is that community service? How is that helping the community? Make it make sense to me. Because I'm not getting it. Are y'all getting it? Because I'm definitely not getting it. Oh, these casino hours, baby. Casino up late. All the time. That's what people do. That's people's fault. Because y'all addicted to drama. They program you to be addicted to drama. They program you to be addicted to drama. Straight up. They program you to be addicted to drama. "24 hours a day, 7 days a week, drama. Reality shows, which ain't reality, they scripted. But it's nothing but a show of people arguing. And what for? Drama. Let's be better. Let's help each other. Let's try to move forward. Charleston White just gotta grow up, man. Gotta grow the hell up. I know you're getting a lot of money doing all this goofiness, people paying you to do this craziness, but at the end of the day, is money worth your morals? Is the money worth your morals? I told them, if I gotta be I could be a millionaire. They was like, man, you'll be a millionaire right now if you'd have did this. I'm cool. I'd rather not be a millionaire than to do that. I'd probably be dead by now if I did what they wanted me to do. They wouldn't care. They just roll over to the next one. Because that's all it is. Everybody's expendable. They'll have a new you next year. Well, all right. We chatted for an hour straight. As you can see, the Casino don't sleep. We out working. So I pulled up at the gas station. Let me go up in here. I'll holler at y'all later on. The sign, same thing. Sold out for the money. All these dudes sell out for money. For what?